Hello everybody, welcome back. My name is Federation and welcome to another episode of Life is Feudal Forest Village. We ended the last episode, I was going to say on a high, but it really wasn't a high, it was somewhat of a low. As you can see, we lost 2 people to hypothermia. That was my bad. I was not keeping an eye on our lumberjack people. I don't know, are they lumberjacks? What are they? Yeah, lumberjacks. So the wood reserve's got a look. They're not great now. It's only 52 firewood. The demand for it is much more in winter time. Obviously, we're just coming out of winter now. We're just into spring. Our farmers should be farming. Yes, we can see crops starting to go in, which is wonderful because we need food. This is our next crisis: is food. We are desperately short of food. We need some of these adults to grow up so that I can really pump the food. We'll unpause it. We'll see how we go. I'm wondering whether this storm, which is going on the screen now, is an ominous sign of things to come. I'm hoping not. I'm just going to keep an eye on the firewood. I have taken all of our tree cutters, our foresters, off. So I am just conscious of the fact that we've got to not run out of logs. But for the moment, I just needed to pump some firewood to make sure that was not interrupted. So, and I also want to try and keep an eye as well here on if we get more adults, I can pump more of them, because obviously I haven't got any gatherers, I haven't got any hunters either, so I could pump some into there, which would really help with the food, because we are in dire straits, I would suggest, with the food at the moment. It's really not good, because we've got months and months to go before this crop starts coming in. I might harvest it early this year just to get through and get some food coming in, because otherwise people are going to starve. I'm greatly concerned here. Our fishermen are not even close to catching up or keeping up with that, and that's the problem. You have a population boom like this, you've got to be ready to support it with a food production chain. So how are we going? See, we're starting to get some crop in, so I can harvest really any time. But if I harvest too early, then they will be able to keep up to it, and there's just not it's just not value for money doing that. But we are all out of meat pretty much. So we've only got fish. Yep, and fish is going down. Fish is not keeping up. So I think I'm going to have to start harvesting this early, just so they can. So I've already lost 2 people with hypothermia. I really can't afford to lose any more. So it is ridiculously early to be harvesting in early summer, but it will continue to grow. And again, it means we're going to have to really struggle through winter. But we are all but out of food, so I'm going to tell you to start harvesting. I just can't afford to. Be losing people at this stage. It would be deeply demoralising. So the vegetables are starting to roll in now. I'm hoping, cool. So what I'm going to do, normally I'd leave labourers around. We've got somebody who's just grown up. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to start, I'm going to put another hunter on to try and get some meat coming in. And I'm hoping some of these are going to age up over summer. If they are, I'm going to pump them onto gatherers as well, which we can do during this season, just to really get as many vegetables and fruit in as we can. I've got my 3 fishermen on, yep, so everyone's going flat out. At least we're getting a decent supply of firewood now, which is good. About 2 is all I would expect that I would need for this. And if I can get a decent amount of firewood, then I can scale back a little bit on that perhaps, but alrighty. So it looks like I don't like making statements like this, but it looks like we may have just caught the food issue in time. Like I said, the problem is going to be, of course, that we're going to harvest this all, and it'll get us through to the start of winter, but of course then we're not going to have any food for winter, which is problematic. So really, I'd love to see like 1,000 food in here. I know that's not going to happen, because I can see that we're not going to get 1,000 for here. So but if we get like 400 more off here and get up to 500, it might get us through a similar position. We're teetering on the edge right at this point. We really are. It's either going to go one way or the other. We'll look back in a few episodes' time probably, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be sitting pretty, and we'll be wondering what we ever worried about. However, at this point in time, things are we're certainly running things close to the edge, let's just say that. So, awesome, we've got a couple more workers. Let's throw them straight onto gathering. We need to get in as much food as possible at this point in time. Just absolutely hammer that. Our fire was going up, which is good. Just got to watch our logs. If I need to, I can chop some trees just here myself, just to bring that in. We're nearly out on tools, so everyone's going to become less productive soon as well, which is problematic, but I'm really hoping all these 7 kids are going to start growing up pretty smart. Unfortunately, at this stage, there's no way of telling exactly how old they are. I know there are some buildings you can get later, which give you statistics and the like of your town. I'm just not sure whether or not... I'm just not sure how specific those statistics are in regard to... I'm pretty sure it wouldn't tell you at what stage they are in their development, but I know we had a population boom, like we put down a lot of buildings a few years ago, so we should be starting to see those trickle through now. Of course, we've lost a few, which didn't help. We could be up to 14 now, but we did lose 2 last winter. Alright, so our food is starting to turn around, although I notice we're virtually out of meat and fish, and they're eating all the fruit as it comes in. We've only got another 200 or so, although it's still sort of pushing up, and that's not too bad. 438, and we're pretty much. We've got another person ready to work, so we're really sort of absolutely hauling in food as fast as we can. So we may just get through this winter, although. Honestly, we've got 0 food reserves. They're really chowing down on the fish and the meat. That's just basically disappearing as soon as it lands in the barn. I probably should look at constructing a barn over here somewhere. It would make it. It makes it less distance for them to walk, and hence they become more efficient. Actually, I actually should look very seriously at doing that. So where's our storage? One thing that's worth looking at as well, where is it in here? Is that it? Yeah, castle barn. So these castle barns they take a lot more resources to build, but they store so much more than a regular barn. So it may very well be worth looking at doing that. What I'm trying to do here is just see roughly where this... Again, it's just me being a little bit particular, but... So what's that? Is that... So that farm must be... Oh, the farm's 10 wide, so if I go over here, and that's 10 wide. So then with a path, that would be about there-ish. Just thinking I can... And it's dark and I can't see anything. Helpful. Really helpful. Okay, sorry, I just want to check this again because I'm being OCD about this. Okay, so that's 10 by 10 there. Here. Now I'm going to have to pause this because otherwise they're going to use up all the timber, then we're going to run out of timber to make firewood out of. So I'm just going to pause the game, pop it there, and then I'm going to pause. So they don't rush all the resources over there and suddenly we're out of lumber, because I don't want that to happen at this point in time. So it's paused there, but they'll build that there, and then it means for the food they can just rush across here as well. It's still pretty close to the houses, and these, when they're resource gathering over here with these guys, they can also just chuck it in here, which will be definitely worthwhile. Now, why did I build it so close to the water? Well, they'll terraform it up, it's fine. Although I'm on a massive island, so I really didn't have to be that particular, but oh well, I am. You'll get over that. So so they're into the replanting stage now, which basically means we're not going to. We might get a few more roll. If it says late fall, then I'll probably start getting to harvest again. We've got 692 food. It's going to be questionable as to whether that's enough, and we've got a fire. Luckily, it's right beside the well, and so that was pretty accurate. That is a problem. Buildings do catch on fire. Absolutely, because it's starting to say it's too cold. So harvest, harvest, harvest. Get in as many of that as you can. If we can get this up to 700 or 800, we've got a chance that we can get through. This winter relatively unscathed. Although I perhaps thought that last time, and that wasn't the case. So they're busy hurrying around. This winter as well, I'm thinking what I'm going to do, obviously we take our farmers off, we're going to take our gatherers off as well. I want to really get this castle barn sorted and get it built, because that's going to make us more efficient. We really need to get this production line up and going as well. I just need some of these teenagers to become adults, and that will help us there. And bang, all of our food will probably be gone. Bang, and it has gone. We're up to 788 though. I'm pretty happy with that. That's not too bad. Alrighty, so let's just take stock for a moment. We can take our gatherers off because they can't do anything. We can take our farmers off. So we've got 5 people. First thing I want to do is I'm going to strip out a heap of lumber from here so that I'm not going to run out of firewood. Because I haven't got anybody harvesting trees at the moment, so I'm just going to do that myself. So if I just go across here, it's going to give me 243 lumber. Awesome. Unpause that, let them go to work. Right, they're delivering all the resources. They are starting to deliver the resources, that's right. That's alright, as long as we get some of this lumber in, we'll be fine. And we've got a fair bit of firewood there anyway, so we probably shouldn't just... We're not going to snap run out. Excellent, we've got another person ready to work, which is good. Just means we get these resources in even quicker. So I'm just conscious of the fact this needs like 320 lumber, so... We haven't got enough stone either, so actually I'm going to... Is that stone? Yes, it is. I think I must have gathered resources here before. There ain't much stone available. Anyway, 8 stone will be sufficient. Is there anything else I need that I haven't got? I've got 50. Yep, we've got that. Yep. Cool, that's fine. The rest I can do. Just need to get this lumber in so our lumber is nice and high. Food is holding out all right, although we've got no fish virtually and not much meat either. So this castle barn will be certainly necessary, and I want to get it built during winter because then all of our... Oh, look at this, a couple more working, which is good. This is really helping us get this done, because then I want to get that built so that we can start getting food stored around. So basically they spend more time actually doing their job and less time... you know what, I'm actually going to put in another farm as well. We need food. Farms are great for producing food. So I'm going to put in another one. This is why I don't like winter. I cannot see what I'm doing. I think it's going to be about there. that'll do us. So, wow, that's going to need a lot of... I don't know, yep. Seems to need a lot of lumber. Anyway, that's alright. Oh no, it's the same. Alright, gotcha. It needs 38. We've got 313. It's fine. That's cool. Pause. I don't want you to build that yet. But I do want it to be built pretty soon. Because we've got kids growing up. So we can... let's just do a quick check of everything. Sorry, I got caught mid-sentence there. We've got kids growing up, so we can start to produce some of these things. Because a second farm will be awesome. It'll just help us really worry less about food. I mean, I'm still looking here and going, we're going alright, but really we've only gone through one season. We've only gone through winter, and we've sort of cut our food by at least a third, if not almost a half. We've got no other food at all. So I want to get these things built as well before the end of winter. So let's unpause that. A couple of builders, please. Another person ready to work. Excellent. I'm going to just strip more trees, I think. I don't really want to go this way, though, because I don't want to cut into theirs. Resources, trees. Let's go up this way and let's just strip another 195. We'll go up there and start doing that. Although they're delivering to here first, which is very nice of them. Although we've really cut through the firewood as well. Yeah, I'm going to have to watch that because I've only got 12 of the logs here thus far, and they're going to start bringing the firewood, the logs over shortly, and that's going to really cut down on that. I'm going to stop making firewood pretty soon, I would suggest. What I can, of course, do is go in here and prioritise our... I'm prioritising now our resource collection. We are out of wood. I'm just going to watch this because we've only got 299 firewood. We're going out at least now to fell that timber. We need a little bit more and we'll be all good. Cool, we've got enough, so we can start building that now. These little Zs here, they're just basically saying, look, we don't have anything to... We've got no timber, we can't make firewood. Although it's starting to roll in now, which is alright. Although again, I'm going to probably do a bit more of a harvest just to get us through here. Just take a chunk of this. Normally I wouldn't like doing this, but given that we've actually got nobody harvesting firewood at the moment, it's going to have a chance to regrow, and there's plenty of old growth stuff over this side, so... I just absolutely don't want people to freeze again. And food is also again becoming an issue because we are getting well down on food. Well down. Although we can start putting our gatherers back on. Castle barn's coming along nicely. Put our farmers back on as well. I should unpause that as well. Get that farm going to try and get as much as we can. As I said, it's going to sort of be a close run thing over the next couple of years, just to make sure that we are on par with where we need to be. This castle barn. Basically, you've got numerous levels of buildings, but you've got a couple in the sense that you've got your basic buildings, but then you've also got all your castle buildings as well. If you go into here, you've got buildings on fire. I'm assuming it got put out. I've actually got to watch. I'm playing a high-risk strategy here. I've got buildings way out here that have got no wells near them. If they catch on fire, that's problematic. I got one short with that. Well, that's annoying. Oh well, it is what it is. Our food is only barely hanging in there. Absolutely, just by the barest of margins. In fact, this is racing down to zero very, 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 very quickly. It is worrisome, to say the least. Okay, I can knock some builders off here. I can put some more farmers on. But I've got to tell that to be potatoes first. Go. Okay, our gatherers doing their thing and keeping it at bay again, barely. Once this castle barn's up and going, it's just going to make it that much easier. That again, like I said, worrisome. This is only just on the and again, it may be a case of getting these guys to harvest early. I may be able to get these guys to harvest early and let the second farm run through full season, because we're out of food now. We are out of food. I want to let it go as long as I can, but I'm really conscious of the fact that there ain't much food there at all, and I don't want to lose all of these citizens which have worked so hard to bring up from children. Is that finished? It is, finally. At least they don't have to walk as far now, so they should start dumping stuff there, which is good. Which means they should become more efficient in their gathering. So they're dropping meat and vegetables there now, which is good. Means the village is going to have to work a little further rather than just to here, but I'm basically halving the distance for the gatherer. So let's just watch this. It's like, yeah, this is high intensity here, folks. It's like living on the edge. I was so close to pushing that harvest early button then. I really was. Because it's, as you can see, it's still very, very, very close. But that was a necessary thing to do, to bring that closer so that they don't have to walk as far. Distance is a big thing in this game, and that was killing us. So, notice now we've only got one baby and 8. We've just had one grow up to an adult. So basically the population boom is over. They're all in the elder stages now, so if I want more babies coming through, I'm going to have to build more houses. Although we've got 29 population, we've got room for one more baby. Alright, so Castle Barn is doing its thing. Food is on the up, which is good. Well, on the up, he says, as it goes down. But that's a good thing. So, yep. So I'm going to have to watch this one. I'm going to have to tell us about the harvest early, because it's going to try and harvest too late. This one should get its quota in. It probably, I'll have to watch, because sometimes they just don't start harvesting early enough and they just can't get it all harvested. Although again, with the castle barn here now, it's actually really close to them to walk. So hopefully that means that they'll get most of the stuff off. I may even put another barn over this side. I'll just see how I feel. Yeah. The food is definitely, look, it's positive. The food's going up, which is excellent. And we've got lots of people turning into adults now, so we've got a really good workforce, because we've got everyone collecting food, and we still, and I should actually now, having said that, I probably should put some of these back on lumber. Might as well. I mean, I've got the people here, and then I should get this production chain up and going as well. I should. What does this require? Okay, it's going to need lots of stone. So I'm going to need to I should get a stone. I'll get a stone mine eventually, but in the meantime, I'm just going to do it this way. Stone. I've got enough iron ore. Got enough clay. Don't have enough hay, but fortunately, again, I can just do this. The problem is you can only go to this well so many times. The trees grow back. Funnily enough, stone doesn't grow back. Look at that. Food is going up nicely now. That has made a huge difference. That was a good decision, if I say so myself. That's sort of saved us, which is excellent. These guys mustn't be far off harvesting, actually. Which is good. If they can get close to 1,000 in, that would be amazing. These guys are doing pretty good as well. That just means finally we could actually breathe easy. They're very close to harvesting. Come on, start harvesting. Cool, 1260, you should be starting to harvest now. Yep, there we go. And across to the castle barn, and then back again. And I should be probably getting, I'm going to tell these people to harvest as well. By being so close, they really should be able to get that one done. Relative ease, but I just want to have food. I just want to have food. That's not such a big thing to ask, is it? I just want to have a nice surplus of food. I'm going to take those builders off so I've got more people collecting stone for me. Because they're all out here at the moment. Collecting stone and grass. Because then I want to get this production chain up and going. So you think they're doing alright, but they take forever to harvest these things, they really do. Just a pity you can't assign more people. And that's where you've got to be careful about the size of your farms. You make them too big, and you just, like, I think possibly I should have made these a little smaller, so that they could be harvested easily by 2 people within the time, because they're not going to get all this in. I mean, we'll get enough food. I'm not worried about that, because like we're already up to, we're pushing 700 now, so, and it's still summer. It's not even early fall yet, or late. I can't remember. Do they have late summer or is it early fall? But late summer, yeah. So they're having a late summer now, and we're pushing along nicely. We've got plenty of logs, we've got plenty of firewood. Not plenty of firewood, we've got sufficient firewood. How are we going stone wise and hay wise? We needed 200, we've got 200. Cool, yep. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to, because I want to have that built so that our farmers can go there. I'd love to have that built so our farmers could go onto this production chain during the winter. I also want to get another field up and start growing some flax so that we can get some clothing made as well. So this is what I was really hoping for. We've pushed past the difficult part now, and we're just getting to a point where it's far more comfortable, and we can start to really see some progress. Look at all the resources. This is, for what will turn out to be a fairly meagre little building, this is chewing up a heap of resources. I say meagre, I mean it's fairly substantial, but it's not going to look massive compared to some of these other buildings. It's basically just I mean, I suppose that's why it needs all the stone. That is a pretty impressive chimney. Especially when you think about the times of when this would have been built. They did some pretty amazing things. Look at that, 1352 food, and we're still harvesting. That's awesome. And they've really only harvested half of it. If they actually harvested the whole lot, we could do a whole lot more. Cool, looks like our blacksmith shop is going to be ready to go for the winter. It's now early fall. Keep harvesting, people. 1400 food. Lovely. Lovely. Very nice indeed. Look at that. See, our castle barn's got so much stuff in it already, and it's only just that full. There's nowhere it specifically tells you how full, but like, heck, I've built these before, and they just like, you wouldn't build a barn once, like, yes, they take more resources to build, but they're just so totally worth it. Alright, excellent. I can take those guys off there. See how quickly the trees grow back? They are punching back in pretty quickly. Alrighty, we shall leave it there. Thank you very much for joining me for another episode of Life is Feudal Forest Village. Things are going very nicely. We're up to 1,700 food now. They are really bringing that food in. I'm hoping that we can clear 2,000 food for the next, before we hit winter. We're up to 1,800 now, so I suspect we will. Thank you very much for watching. It has been a pleasure to have you, to have your company. If you have liked the video, please give it a big thumbs up below. Please also leave a comment. I will try and reply to all of the comments that I receive. And of course, subscribe. We have some subscribers to our channel now, which is exciting. It's a slow journey. We will get there eventually, but yeah, if you subscribe, that will mean a lot to me. Look at that, 2,000 food already. Isn't that awesome? That means we're going to have a really stress-free winter this year at least. Alright, so until next time, I've been Federation. Thanks for watching.